Okay. Yeah, hi guys. How's it going? Yeah, I'm just making this video just to go through some of the key differences between, for example, getting a girl's number through a prank video and actually trying to get her number through actual pickup. Because I think there's a difference between the two. I'm sure like a lot of you have seen, various prank videos, especially in America, especially with the American pranksters who do the pranks on college campuses. They do a lot of clips where they say a few lines to the girl, like a few funny lines, and then they get the girl's number. And you see so many clips of just that, where they just do loads of clips where they just say something really funny, just taking the piss, and then they just ask for the girl's number, and she's like, yeah, sure, here you go.
Hey Siri, find me my dream girl. Oh, hey, excuse me? So I just asked Siri to find me my dream girl, and you just happened to walk by? What's your name?
I'm Marley.
Steven. Like Marley and me?
Yes, like Marley and me.
Well, let me get your number so it can really be Marley and me.
Okay.
Here you are. Jeez. It's very nice of you to just pop in my life like that. All right.
I have to go study.
Yeah, me too. Bye.
But there's a difference between that and actually trying to do pickup, as in going out in the streets of London, for example, and approaching girls and trying to get her to invest, trying to get her to get attracted to you and actually want to meet up with you later. There's a really big difference between the two. I got a few comments and messages from guys just wanting me to explain this a bit more, because obviously you see in the prank videos getting loads of numbers, and it's a bit like, well, what's the point of all this pickup shit if you can just ask to say a few dumb things to a girl and then just ask for a number just like that. But the key thing to remember is that in a lot of those videos, the girl isn't necessarily going to want to respond back, because obviously the less that she invests in the actual interaction, the more likely she's going to flake on you, and also the more that you just act like a clown throughout the entire interaction, the more likely she's going to flake as well. Like I always say, is that you do want to balance the fun stuff with the more boring, normal stuff. It's a bit like, just asking normal questions like where you from, what you up to, what you're doing later, that kind of stuff, with the more fun, flirty stuff. That's the balance. That's the balance you want to aim for. But yeah, the reason why a lot of the stuff that you see in the prank videos wouldn't work in just normal actual pickup is because there's a couple of reasons. The first one is that you got to consider the context. In American college campuses, everyone there is super friendly, super open, super approachable. You can just go up to them, just have a chat with them. It's super easy. In a big city, for example, like London, that's just not the case. Half the people are just going to ignore you. They're not going to stop and talk to you. And the only ones that are going to be the open-minded ones. So it's relatively small percentages, but those small percentages do make it worth it, because if you play the numbers game, you approach enough people and enough of them are going to stop and talk to you. That's the key thing. However, another thing is that obviously the context of a college campus would mean that the prankster who's doing the prank in the college campus, the girl is just going to assume that he is one of the students there. So there's already a bit of a bond, there's already a bit of connection by the virtue of the fact that she thinks that he's a fellow student, even though that's probably not the case, but that's what she thinks, and therefore there's already a bit of common ground, and that's actually really important as well, because it acts as social proof as well. Whereas in for example, doing pickup in London, just randomly going up to a girl on the street in London, you're just a complete stranger, you're just a random motherfucker as far as she's concerned. So you've kind of got to overcome that, and you've got to get a really good impression over to her in order for her to invest, and in order for her to not flake and want to see you again later. So that's kind of the key difference, really. The other thing to bear in mind is that in these prank videos, a lot of the time, the girls are normally in the age of about 18 to about 22, that sort of age, I would say. The thing to bear in mind is that the younger that the girl is, the less kind of game you need in order to kind of succeed with them normally. As a girl gets older, you kind of need to work a bit harder, just as a generalization, I would say. you know, a lot of the time, you know, for girls, you know, 20 or less, you can literally just display good confidence, be a little bit funny, and oftentimes that's enough, you know, for the girl to want to kind of see you again. And I do think that looks do play a bigger factor the younger the girl is as well. So if you're, you know, semi-good looking or whatever, that's going to dramatically increase your chances. The older that girls get, the less that looks usually play an impact. That's just from my own experience as well. So basically, if you're just saying a few funny lines and then asking for the girl's number, it's more likely that that's going to work among younger girls. That's just another thing to bear in mind. But the key thing is the context of the fact that it's in a college campus. People there, especially in America, they're way more liberal, I think, and just more open and more friendly. So, you know, that's the reason why they're happy to give out the numbers so much. Whereas if you were to translate exactly that same interaction over to London, like honestly, like 95% of them will just reject you straight away, or they just walk off, or, you know, they just, you know, maybe give a little laugh and then walk off or something. But yeah, you're going to get like massive amounts of rejection that way. It's not very effective. If you're actually trying to, you know, pick up these girls and actually trying to get their numbers and actually trying to get dates with them for later on, it's just not very effective. And that's why pickup exists. That's why you really do need to spend, you know, 5 to 10 minutes speaking to the girl, trying to get her to invest, trying to build that level of comfort, trying to build that attraction with the girl as well. That's the only really way to do it if you're just a complete stranger approaching girls in like big cities and that sort of thing. Some of you might remember that video I did on Twatchery, my prank channel, where I asked 100 girls for their number, and I got like 5 out of 100. When I just went up to them and just said, "Hey, can I get your number?" Just straight up like that. I got 5 out of 100 girls gave me their number. I'm pretty sure none of them led to anywhere. I think maybe 2 of them actually responded, but it didn't actually lead to anything. But that's the thing, because like with virtually zero level of investment, it's just not going to get anywhere. I do think like a lot of the American prankster guys, a lot of the girls do flake on them anyway, just because, you know, there isn't any investment from her perspective, and, you know, I don't think it will often go anywhere. But having said that, you know, some probably will, because they're young, they're impressionable, they're attracted to confidence, maybe they're attracted to the guy's looks. You know, there's a lot of different factors involved.
Oh yeah, one more thing actually I forgot to mention is that if you're a guy who's like between the ages of like 18 to 23 and you're at uni and obviously you go in and out of your college campus on a regular basis, then 100% you should try and prioritize approaching girls in your college campus as opposed to other places, just because it's so much easier. Like if you're in that age range and you're approaching girls as a college student or as a uni student, like it's so much better, because it's just much easier. The girl will just assume you're another fellow student, you're in the perfect age range, and yeah, it's just so much better. So that's what I would 100% recommend. And if you're like a guy who's, you know, around that age bracket, you know, 18 to 23, 24 maybe, but you're not at uni, but you do have a local uni to you that's pretty good and has lots of hot girls, then fucking go over there, man, and just do pick up over there, because, you know, that is where 100% you'll get the best results. But obviously if you don't have those options, then yeah, go to the streets and do it. You'll still get results if you're persistent and determined and willing to improve.
Cheers for watching. If you'd be interested in one-to-one coaching with me, where we'll go out in public and work on you approaching girls, or more generally with your social confidence, please visit my website ed-game.com.